Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Money League. Joining me today is Hugo Salazar. He typically joins us for the La Liga show, but he wanted to take a jab on the Premier League. How are you doing, Hugo? And were you able to catch up some Premier League games just so you can talk in the show, or what's the plan today?
I'm doing good, man. Good. I was brushing up on my Premier League here, looking over some news. But I've been watching the games. I mean, of course, I had to watch that City and Arsenal game yesterday.
Yes, that
So
was that was good. Well, City and Arsenal are tied like for number one right now.
Mhm.
What did you think about Kevin De Bruyne just like shoving Arteta to the side? Did you see that one?
Yeah, I did, man. It's football. It's gonna happen. Arteta's being smart too, right? Like you saw, he was trying to keep away the ball a little bit. So
Hmm.
when you're doing that on the field, it's gonna happen. Okay, you're gonna get shoved a little bit. At the end, they shook it off. They hugged. It's all good. It's
Hmm.
part of the game.
Yeah,
I loved it. I like to see it, especially in those games. It brings the intensity up. You want that intensity
yeah,
up, that heat.
yeah, yeah. Agreed. Well, looks like Arsenal's having a little bit of a slump right now. They drew again 1-1 against Brentford, and they lost against City. They dropped like 5 points. Now they're tied up with Man City at like number one. Do you think Arsenal can kind of end up the season with a win out here? What are your thoughts?
I'm guessing in the season with a win at this point for them would have to be a win the Premier League. They've been in the first place for most of it, if not all of it. I can't remember
Mhm.
anymore. But I mean, it's a Arsenal question, right? How many times have they been in the spot? I mean, even last year,
Right?
last year they were third. I don't know. They were for sure going to the
Yeah.
Champions League. Last
Yep.
5 games, they just threw it all out the window. Bye. So I mean, they're
Yeah.
playing really well. If you asked me at the beginning of the year, I would have said they look pretty solid. I think they're going to win,
Yeah.
but they're doing what Arsenal does best.
Yeah. That too. Remember, like I think from 2005 to 15 or so, they finished like number four, like back to back
Mhm,
to back,
mhm, mhm,
and they
mhm.
had this like, oh my god, Arsenal is number four, and Arsene
Yeah,
Wenger is number four. They had this. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
yeah.
Sweet. Another another team, Liverpool, which is kind of really bad. They're doing really bad this season. I think Liverpool's gonna have like two of their biggest game coming up. They play Real Madrid in the Champions League, and they play Newcastle in the Premier League.
Mhm.
And I think that's gonna determine their season, right? Like if they lose against Newcastle, boom, they're not even in the top 10. And if
Yeah,
they lose to Real Madrid, Madrid is no joke. I think Liverpool's gonna have tough two games. They have to win at least one of them.
yeah, and I mean they're starting with Newcastle on Saturday, and just
Hmm.
just that game itself, Newcastle is having a good season.
Yeah,
I think they haven't lost in like what I don't know how many games they've been without losing, and they're one of the teams that concede less goals in the Premier League. So that's gonna be tough for them.
yeah.
On the other side, I'm pretty sure I think I read somewhere around there. Newcastle has been like what 15, 16 games in the Premier League without beating Liverpool.
Yep, that is true. Yeah,
Well,
that is
Liverpool
true.
has that on their side, and then like you said, they're playing Real Madrid in the Champions League, which Real Madrid in the Champions League is just a different monster itself. So yeah, I agree with you, man. These next 7 days could be literally
Ooh,
season
it's gonna
over
be.
for Liverpool very quick.
Yes, that
On
is
the other
so
hand,
true.
if they lose against Newcastle, I mean you can pretty much fill the Premier League out the window, and they somehow manage to score against Real Madrid, they can put all their eggs in that basket, and let's see how
Yeah,
that
that is true.
goes.
Yeah, well, that is true. Well, did you watch the Barcelona Man United game? I just finished watching that. I think that was a great game. United got a little lucky with the own goal out there, but I think 2-2 draw. I think two away goals is good for United. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think but the away goal rule, I don't think it's there anymore, right? So that
Oh, it's not
rule,
there?
yeah, no,
Oh,
I
I
think
totally
it
forgot.
ended last week. So I mean, I don't know. I think that's not gonna affect them much, but the 2-2 score is pretty good, and I think I watched some of it. They look good. Ter Stegen
Yeah.
had a few saves again, as usual, that kept them
Mhm.
in there. That next game in Old Trafford is gonna be good.
Well, we'll see. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. Give me. Well, United drew against Leeds, beat Leeds again. They played Leeds back to back in like what 4 days or 5 days. I don't know. Let's see if United is in number three right now, 5 points behind City and Arsenal. I think it's
Mhm.
going to be a pretty good finish to the season. Like, what's they have like 16 more games, 15,
Yeah,
16 more games.
yeah.
Uh, Arsenal have a game in hand, but I think it's going to be a great finish to the season, dude. Like top three. And I don't think United's going to win, but if they can sneak in like a second spot, I'll be thrilled.
So what are you saying, Arsenal? Are they gonna make it through to the end? What do you think here?
I don't know. I think Arsenal might go to number 3. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because I mean Manchester United is definitely playing way better than the beginning of the season or even a couple of months
Yeah,
ago. So
but the challenge for United right now is their schedule is packed. So they have the Carabao Cup coming in like 10 days. Then they have to play Barcelona, and then they have like this week they play. Who do they play this week? I totally forgot.
this weekend, United,
Yeah, they play Leicester City.
Manchester City.
So it's like back to back. Like their schedule is packed. So we'll see. Arsenal doesn't have that pressure. So I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting couple of months. Pretty exciting. Talking about the other number one, Man City, they are rolling. I think after their loss to Man United like a couple of weeks back, they are super angry right now. They're
Yeah,
like blowing steam. Oh my god, steam rolling teams right now. It is hilarious,
yeah, and they showed it yesterday with Arsenal, right?
right?
They beat them twice in what the past week, like the past 10 days.
Yeah,
And they looked better yesterday than they did in the game before, and they also beat them. So I agree. I think they're getting a roll. They're getting it literally looks like they're just pissed, like they're pissed off, like no
yeah,
Arsenal being at the top.
right.
And even the attitude of the players is just they look
Do
real.
you
Yeah.
think? Do you think they can take this anger and win the Champions League, or their Champions League drought is going to continue? They play Red Bull this week. Red Bull is not a great team right now. I think Man City is going to win that one, but do you think they can carry it on to the Champions League?
I mean, yeah, of course, I think they can. They have a great team. They have really
You are
solid.
a you are a Real Madrid fan. You have to support
Oh,
Real Madrid no matter what.
hold on, but there's always that. It's a Champions League. Man City has their thing with the Champions League. You brought it up. I'm trying not to be that biased, but you brought it up. Real Madrid has their runners in the Champions League, so at any moment, they can pull out of the hat. But speaking with teams and names and all that stuff, yeah, I think they can get far. Especially they have Leipzig, Red Bull Leipzig coming up next.
Yeah.
That should be a relatively easy matchup for them compared to the other teams in the tournament. But I think their head is mostly because of the game coming up in the Champions League. Their head's been on the Premier League right now, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a tough ending
We'll
for them
see.
too. Yeah.
Yep. Did you watch the Chelsea Dortmund game? I think that was, oh my god, Dortmund fans are the best. Like no questions asked. Like the way they kind of everyone gets involved, and like every game they have like a different choreography, and I think it's amazing. So even the Chelsea owner, so Chelsea played Dortmund
Yeah.
yesterday. So Chelsea's owner was in awe. He was taking a video of the Dortmund stadium. It was hilarious. They ended up losing, but Dortmund won. Chelsea is in another losing slump after spending, I don't know, $600 million.
Yeah, ish, exactly. Yeah, I think I saw a huge banner on the stadium, right? Like
Yep,
basically the
that
whole
happens.
thing from top to bottom. Yeah.
Dude, Dortmund fans are amazing. They do it
Mhm.
like every Champions League. Oh my god, like they're just the best.
Yeah.
By the way, did you hear about this hilarious news? Neymar to Chelsea. They had apparently a secret meeting that they want to get Neymar. I don't know how many players Chelsea need. They're like strikers and like filled with strikers, and like I don't know where would like they have to sell like a lot of players too. I get it, like they have like 8 to 9 players injured, but Neymar to Chelsea, I think they have to pay at least $100 million for it. I hope they end up winning next year. Like this year, they're not going to win. They're like 20 points behind or something.
I was telling you, I think I hear news about Neymar going to a different team every like 2 or 3 months. But I honestly cannot see Neymar coming to Chelsea. Like you said, how many players? Wasn't CH and talks too? Like isn't CH coming to Chelsea?
Mhm. Everyone
So
wants to go to Chelsea, right?
yeah, everyone's dying to go there. So I mean, I think it's all talk. I love these secret meetings that everybody knows about.
Mhm.
So I mean, I don't see it happening, but I've been wrong a lot about those transfers sometimes.
Okay. Sweet. Hugo, can you give us some injury updates, and then let's look into some of the important matchups coming up this week?
Yeah, so the biggest, one of the biggest ones was Jack Grealish last game against Arsenal. That win yesterday, actually. Apparently, a muscular injury, maybe a doctor's, I think. Something to monitor on that. He's been playing really well, I think. He's
Yeah,
been a
he's
huge
good. Yeah.
part of that teum. So something to look for there. And then other big injuries, as we know, Tottenham is carrying a few.
Mhm.
Hugo Lloris is done pretty much for the season with the MCL sprain.
Mhm.
Bissouma also done with the left ankle. Betancourt also. Lucas Moura.
Mhm.
So we have a few injuries there. And Betancourt, I think we talked to you guys talked about it last
Yep.
last show. But yeah, he's also done for the season. He ruptured his ACL against Leicester last game.
Yep. It looks like United have 3 injuries right now. So Eriksen's out for the season, looks like it. And Anthony, who's been a disappointment this year, he pulled up like a muscle or something, and he missed the game against Barcelona. And Anthony, Anthony Martial, the other Anthony, is having an injury concern as well. So we'll see. Casemiro was back today, so hopefully he can help United as well.
Yeah, we're getting to the time of the season, right? They're in the end where the games have been stacking up, minutes are stacking up. A lot of things happen here because of that.
Yep. Let's look at some matchups this week. I think a lot of cupcake match. I can't say cupcake matchups, but because it's again the EPL, all games are fun. It's super fast. Yeah. But the biggest game, in my opinion, is Newcastle Liverpool. I think it's going to be a do or die game for Liverpool. Maybe not. They have to at least finish top 6 for the Europa League or win the Champions League. I don't think they can win the Champions League, so I think that's going to be the biggest game this week.
Yeah, I think so too. Like we were talking, for Liverpool, it's going to mean a lot. Where is this game? I was trying to find this.
They're playing at away game for Liverpool.
Away game, Newcastle. Yeah, so it's going to be crucial for them. Do or die. What are they? They're like 6 points or like 7 points away from the top 5, top 6.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle, on the other hand, is number 4. So
number 4. They're good.
Yeah, they know they're playing for the Champions League spot. It's been a while since that happened.
Yeah, I think the last time Newcastle was relevant was Alan Shearer and everyone out there, like back in the 2000s.
Yeah, super striker, right? So, I mean, they're going to be playing hard too. It's not like they're just going to sit back and relax. They're playing. All right, it's going to be a good one. If I have to make a prediction here, man, I am going to take Newcastle here. Liverpool does not look good, man. I can't. They just don't look good.
Yeah, true. Well, we'll see. I think it'll be a good game. I think the other games are pretty straightforward, like Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Arsenal's going to be angry. They're going to beat Aston Villa, in my opinion. Chelsea play Southampton. Chelsea has to win this game. Like they cannot afford to lose this game. I don't know. They've spent a lot of money. They lost against Dortmund. They've been the last 3 games. They've draw. Like all 3 games have been a draw. So Chelsea has to win this game. So they might beat. They have to beat Southampton. Southampton's not that great of a team.
Yeah, it has to be their get-right game. Southampton is bottom of the league right now.
Yeah,
it's the best case scenario right now for them to turn it around. After losing yesterday in the Europa League too. So I mean the Champions League. So I mean they better go for it. I think I to be honest with you, I thought they were gonna be a little more competitive yesterday. I don't know why I had that kind of feeling, but it has to be the game for them.
Man City play Nottingham Forest. Man City's gonna roll the shit out. Yeah, it's gonna be a blowout. And then Tottenham play West Ham at home. That's a London derby out there. That might be like a little rowdy game out there. And United play Leicester City. So I don't know. I think since I'm a United fan, I think every game is exciting and kind of uncertain. But we'll see what happens. But I'm really looking forward to the Liverpool Newcastle game.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good one for me too. I'm looking forward to watching that one the most. And of course, that I think that Tottenham West Ham could be fun. Tottenham always give me a fun time watching games. Tottenham.
Yeah, I think it's this weekend. I'll be in Denver watching all the games. I'm super excited about it.
Nice.
And again, thanks a lot, Hugo, for joining the EPL show. I'll see you next week in the La Liga show. Again, thanks a lot, everybody, for watching the Money League. Subscribe to the channel. We're at DFT Football Channel. You can see the banner up here. You can follow us on all social media networks. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.